guys, I am back ready for a week 3 update. I would like to start off by saying week 3 is probably the best week so far, so it does get better. I would probably say from Michael's perspective it is also the best week for him. It just so happened that our week 3 landed on Labor Day weekend. Archie is also right here. So with Labor Day weekend, it was the end of week 2 entering into week 3. So actually that Friday of week 2, like the end of it, he just updated me this week. The MTIs were not there. And then Sunday, of course, MTIs aren't there. And then Monday as well, MTIs are not there. So they had a lot of time for studying, writing letters, reviewing all their stuff, practicing their rolling, just a lot more free time than the first couple weeks, obviously. And then come week 3, they do let up a little bit. They get a little more freedom. They're a little more respected because they've been there for a couple weeks now. And then, of course, they do get the phone call. But I will talk about that at the end. Like always, I do have my notepad here. I've written down some notes as the week has gone through. On his end, I want to say the big thing that he did this week was get his blues. So he was very, very excited. He got his blue uniform, and he said it was crazy. They just like lined up, and like all these tailors were fitting. I think his flight is 53 people. So they were just like boom, 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 fitting all these people, tailor-made blues, and he got his coat, long sleeve, short sleeve, pant, like everything. He was super excited about that because the blues are really nice. The ABUs are just their normal uniforms that they wear. They're like camouflage uniforms, but the blues are like the dressier, nicer ones. And he'll wear that during the Friday graduation, but on Thursday when I see him, he'll be in his ABUs. So he was very excited to get his blues. He also just did a bunch of classes throughout the week. I think they practiced assembly and disassembling his weapon, I want to say. That was this week, and he'll practice that throughout the weeks to come. Other than that, it's just a lot of classwork, I think. He said he's hot. Also, he said someone had gotten sick during week 2. And of course, when you're such close corridors, it spreads like the plague. So the entire week of 3, luckily it was an easier one for all of them, but like 40 of the guys got sick. And when he had called, you could just tell in his voice that he was like so congested. What do you see, Archie? What do you see? So yeah, he was sick, but he said it wasn't like too bad. It's just like a head cold, but on top of like San Antonio weather that's like 110 degrees, I'm sure that doesn't feel good. So that wasn't fun to hear, but at least he's not the only one sick. Like everyone is in the same boat. Are you done? So I actually got 4 letters this week. The new week starts on Sunday, so obviously Sunday didn't. Monday was Labor Day, didn't get mail on Labor Day, but I got mail Tuesday, Wednesday, no mail on Thursday or Friday, and then on Saturday I received 2 pieces of mail. Now, it's all up to your airmen how often they write, how often they get the chance to write. I think because it was Labor Day and they had a long weekend, and the MTIs weren't there, that, excuse me, he's gonna sit right there? I don't think so. So he was able to write a lot this week. We'll see about the following weeks, but you miss Papa? Yeah. So that was really nice. I got a lot of letters. He had confirmed that he received my like 2nd letter. This whole mailing thing is so slow and it's kind of frustrating, but he has received more than one letter from me, and I think I've sent a total of like 7 or 8 at this point. Obviously the like 6, 7, and 8 letters haven't gotten to him yet, because I like just sent them. So that was really nice to hear from him so often, and he was just going in on, he actually likes his MTIs. I'm sure in the beginning he didn't, but he said he's grown on them, he likes them. He's mentioned a few friends that he's making, going to church services with them. He's actually, I think his job, so they each get a job. I think his job is chief laundry and utilities. So he does laundry for all 53 men in his flight, which I think is insane and gross. What do you think, buddy? But so that is his job. And then he had said one day during 3rd week was actually a kitchen day. So his whole flight worked the kitchen from 3:45 in the morning until 8:30 at night. Now, they must take turns with all the different flights in Lackland Air Force Base, but like each day or each week, that's a long day. He was saying they got to eat like 5 times throughout the day, and they got tons of breaks, obviously. Like once it's not like preparing or the meal or cleanup, they get to hang out and write letters, I guess. But that is a long day. But other than that, he seems to be doing great through the letters and all that stuff. But Saturday afternoon was our phone call. So he had told me previously in the letters that he was gonna call this Saturday. You don't know what time. I was assuming sometime in the afternoon, because they do their PT in the morning, and then I don't know what they do, their classes or whatever. Or like they were gonna do lunch, and I don't know. So he called around like 4:45. So it was like 3:45 his time, because I'm an hour, yeah. So it was 3:45 in the afternoon his time, and it is a 15-minute phone call, and that 15-minute phone call goes by so fast. Faster than you'd think. Like, I thought I was fortunate for that like 4-minute phone call in the very beginning, like the scripted one, and then this 15-minute one happened, and I was like, whoa, that's so fast. Especially because it's your first time actually like freely talking, and I think Michael really, really wanted to share like everything, and so he was like, let me give you the breakdown. This happened, and then this happened, and I know this person, and we're doing this, and like at the end I was like, real quick, I got some questions. But it was so nice because I could just tell in his voice he was very happy, he was excited to be there. He wasn't like miserable or like sad. Obviously we miss each other, but he seems very excited and like about all the new stuff. He likes taking apart and reassembling his weapon. He's liking the PT. He loves running. He thinks the food's good. Like, he was just giving me all this information, and it was so sweet to like see, like hear the happiness, even though he was sick. But he had said next week, because we had like a couple minutes at the end where I was like, real quick, like, when am I going to talk to you next? Like, when can this happen? And he had said next week he will have Base Liberty, I want to say that's what it's called, for 2 hours, where he can choose what he would like to do for those 2 hours. And there is a payphone on the base that he can use to call. Now, he has to get a prepaid phone card. And from other videos that I've been watching, I don't want to get my hopes up, because I think first of all, there's only one telephone, and B, the lines are wicked long. So I don't want him to be like, oh yeah, I'll definitely call. I think he said next Thursday, or I'll definitely call next Thursday, and then him waste his whole 2 hours just waiting in line. So I told him, I was like, don't worry about it. Like, if the lines are too long, like, don't stress. Like, go enjoy a soda, a snack, like, hang out. Like, you deserve a break. we can always talk in letters. And I know a lot of people are like struggling being at BMT and they need this phone call to get them through. And I think because Mikey's in such high spirits, what do you think, buddy? I think because Mikey's in such high spirits that if we don't get that phone call, it'll be okay. I will miss it, and I would love to hear from him, but I don't want him to waste his like base liberty just waiting in line. And then I also heard it's really bad, poor connection on a payphone because nobody uses payphones anymore. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Overall, week 3 was great. A lot of communication. Was very excited about that. Archie got to hear Papa's voice. Did you hear Papa? So we are almost at the halfway point, and we are so excited to have Mikey graduate and move on to tech school and figure all that out. His tech school is only 30 days, which is not that bad. Probably the shortest of them. But, you know, it's not always exactly 30 days. Like, you never know when tech school actually starts. And with, hello. And with the holidays, I think he'll be there during Veterans Day and Thanksgiving maybe. So that'll delay it a little. But we'll see. We're just excited for graduation. Yes, we are. All right. We will catch up with you guys next time, week 4. If I get that phone call, if we get a lot more letters or whatever. But I'm very excited. Okay, bye guys.